Listen, I'm back on the road again, been popping them. This might be my demise. Too many ops out here that's posing as friends. These gon' wear a disguise. Why you betray my trust? I thought it was love, but the doesn't come by surprise. Nothing as real as the same when you chase your dream, dog. You just gotta open your eyes. This world is up, filled with all type of blood suckers. Put the on my blood, brother. Ain't no worse feeling when you tryna run up a million, but they don't got no love for you. Where the love go? When I showed them the utmost, man, this is so cutthroat. That was one mistake. Boy, I won't make that again. Never let up close. So this mama too, this dedication, boy, I want the drama too. And I ain't it all, but I grill it and step over you like Tyronn Lue. Quick pause, but this music industry be like a 12, but I could cop a few new cribs only with the highest view. I'm back on the road again, been popping them. This might be my demise. Too many ops out here that's posing as friends. These gon' wear a disguise. Why you betray my trust? I thought it was love, but it doesn't come by surprise. Nothing as real as the same when you chase your dream, dog. You just gotta open your eyes.
I already told y'all, then I showed y'all. Then I drove off, got me by the doors off. I ran out of Papa. If he nosy, I'ma knock his nose off. If he holy, I'ma send his soul off. Trespassing, I'ma cut his toes off. Much faster than I cut my off. If he ratting, I'ma cut his tail off. One mic, zero flaws. Spitting 24 karat gold bars. To a gunfight, I bring a blowtorch. Spending new money to fight an old charge. No such thing as no charge. Been hot since the Cold War. I already told you, like Cardi done told you. You think it's a game, and I bought the controllers. The rain, let it fall in the soda. I've been dripping so long, got water erosion. Heart of a soldier. My just had a daughter. I just want to borrow a stroller. My just lost his father. I just want to borrow my shoulder.
And I'm getting smarter and older. Call Mr. Carter the Yoda. We do this all for the culture. I bought a house in Miami. And I'm lying, it's cheaper. I bought it in Boca. My just lost his mom. Ain't shit I can do. I just called him and offered some closure. Then I pulled off in a Rover. I thought that I told you my the talking. I'm back on the road. Be my demise. Too many ops out here that's posing as friends. These gon' wear a disguise. Why you betray my trust? I thought it was love, but it doesn't come by surprise. Nothing as real as the same when you chase your dream, dog. You just gotta open your eyes.
Give me any task and I ace it. If you find someone that disagrees, please tell me. Nothing ever changed but the money, yeah, I'm still me. But I think they forgot what I've accomplished. Went from up and coming to stunting, my flow's polished. Every time I touch the mic, I leave people astonished. Spoken right into existence, just the way I...
Ready to go? Here's Byron Buxton.
The center fielder, number 25, Byron Buxton.
Swings through that one.
It's 0-1.
Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. And that's off the inside edge. And that is ball one. And there's a ball.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Here's a 2-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. the pitch. Good eye right there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fights it off. He'll see another. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
That's a nice at bat and a great take on 3-2. Probably could have gone either way in that spot around the knees.
And here comes Carlos Correa. That one is hammered right field. And it hits the top of the wall. Here comes Buxton flying around third. Stuck in a rundown, trying for home now. And he's out. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Royce Lewis, the next Twin up to hit. And takes low for ball 1. No score here, but a runner at third with 1 down. And that's fouled off. Pitch is in the dirt. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Just off the inside edge.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate. Runners in scoring position. And a hitter's count.
Ground ball up the middle. And a base hit knocks in a run.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Lewis stands at first with 1 out. And it's 1-1.
That's a ball.
Just missed. Laser could be trouble. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Headed for the plate. He'll score.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
And now Matt Wallmer inside. And that's ball 1. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. He's got it. 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Ripped on the ground to second. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Back here with my pal Singy and today's starting pitcher, Chris Paddock. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, the key for him usually centers around his ability to command all 4 of his pitches. I mean, he can get by with 3 if one isn't working, but it becomes a little tougher to keep hitters guessing, especially when you start to get through the second and third time through the order. So we'll see how he incorporates all of his stuff into this one.
Cedric Mullins, the leadoff batter as he swings through it for strike 1. Next offering is fouled back.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And they'll do it again. Has room, and he makes the catch. Here's Adley Rutschman. Paddock in his 7th season, 29 years old, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2015. And that is out of play. 1 down, base is empty. And a foul ball. Lays out and makes the play.
Batting third, the shortstop, Henderson.
Gunnar Henderson digs in now. And that's the third out. Back here in Baltimore, now it's the second baseman, Brooks Lee. Povich back to work. Line drive, base hit down the line. And the leadoff man aboard.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Nice job going the opposite way with it, letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. It was on the outside part of the plate, and he approached it perfectly.
The throw to third, and they're at the corners with nobody out.
Back-to-back base hits. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Yes, he did. That's a swing. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. On the ground, could be two. There's one to first. Save. It's a fielder's choice and an RBI. So up next, Byron Buxton walked his first time. That one missing inside. When you examine Buxton's career trajectory, the thing that really jumps out, the speed and the defense early on. Check swing, and he went. 1-1. And now it's even 1-1. Fastball for a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Runner takes off. Pitches low. High leg kick. Throw. Save. Next pitch, not close, up high. That one ripped. That's back there. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Runner from second scores as they add on.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Buxton over at second, one down. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
1-1.
In the air, right field, pretty well struck. O'Neill going back on it. Makes the catch on the edge of the track. Runner tags and will move up to third. And the throw's offline, safe at third. Here's Royce Lewis. RBI single his last time up. And first offering is fouled off. That's hard hit on the line. Reaching for it, makes the catch. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the right fielder, Tyler O'Neill. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. 0-1.
0-1.
And there's a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Everything came together for him. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Swings through that one for strike 2.
0-2.
Runner at first with no outs here. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. One away.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Jordan Westburg now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Stretches out and hauls it in. Here's the left fielder, Colton Cowser. Late with the swing there.
0-1.
That one fouled off. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Two outs. And that is that. Top half of the third inning. Ryan Jeffers at the plate.
Well, he's back out here for the third, and after the first couple of innings, pretty rough. I think the skipper's looking for him to give him a little bit of length, see if he can save the bullpen some.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. And a curve is down and in.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that, and good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
And that one is lifted in the air. Makes the grab, one away. And now Matt Wallner flied to left his first time. Wallner checks his swing, appeal to third, and yes, he offered at it. And that misses. And the count even 1-1. In the air, left field, down the line. And that's a foul ball. Center field. Mullins moving under this one. Makes the grab for the second out. Two down, base is empty. So here's Bader now. Swing and a miss as he was late. Two outs, base is empty.
0 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Hauls it in to end the inning. And we're back as we go to the last of the third. And now the DH, Heston Kjerstad. Lee throws to first, and a quick out, number 1. And into the box for Baltimore, Jackson Holliday. Swings through that.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. You can't do much better than that on a pitch that far outside of the strike zone. Got him in a chase on the two-strike count, but he wasn't fooled. He hit that ball really well.
It's 0-1.
Mullins swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today. Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. 0-2.
0-2.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's two away. And next for the Orioles, Adley Rutschman. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a foul out of play. Holiday leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Tap foul at the plate. And the 0-2. Right back to him on the mound. The throw to first. Rutschman retired. And that is that. Back now at Oriole Park as we go to the top of the 4th. And now for the Twins, Brooks Lee. Hit in the air, center field. Mullins sizing this one up. He's there. He's got it. And there's one down.
Woo, he was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
France in the box now. No balls and a strike. Swing and a line drive. Base hit out of the center field. So a man aboard now with one away.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Curve in the
Ball,
dirt.
that's down.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Liner, base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now one out.
Now back, the center fielder, Byron Buxton.
Back to the top of the lineup. And here's the Twins leadoff guy, Byron Buxton. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only one away.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. There was nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped. Caught out in front and didn't get under it like he would have liked.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Gone. Grand slam. That'll fire up the dugout, and they add to their lead. It's 8-0. Base is empty, one away. Now the third baseman, Royce Lewis. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Well, it's easy to be satisfied and get a little distracted after a grand slam, but there's still a lot of work in this inning to do, and you can really deliver a knockout blow.
That's off the inside corner, and it's 2-1.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
Line drive, reaching for it, and brings it in. And now the Twins catcher, Ryan Jeffers. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well,
that one ripped right center field. That's down. One hops off the wall. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands. You let the
line drive, base hit. O'Neill whips it back in. Lead runner puts the brakes on, so now it's runners at first and third.
All over that one right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Base hit and a run in to score.
Well done. Drives in the run. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here.
First and second, 2 down. Top half of inning number 4. Outside low. Yeah, that's ball 2.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the...
And there's the third out. That'll do it for the inning. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Singy, you've tightened up the hairdo, but back when you played, how valuable was it to have a barber in the clubhouse?
Well, Boog, I'm going to say invaluable. That's how valuable that it was, because I was the barber. Yes, I was the team barber, man. I'd be cutting hair 7:05 game. I'd be finishing cutting someone's hair at 6:45.
Whoa, this one's into the outfield. Could be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Oh, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Pitch was away, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do with it. Drive it the other way. Just go with the pitch.
And now Ryan O'Hearn. Would they pay you?
No, absolutely not. Not even a meal on the road. So I think it's great now that most of these teams have professional barbers that come in and make them look fresh before the games.
Scale of 1 to 10, how good a barber were you?
For a non-professional, I'd say I was probably a 7. But if I was comparing to
Buxton snags it for the second out.
I'll never forget the time that I cut Jose Canseco's hair. He had a pretty big melon, Boog. And
big dome?
It took a while.
Yeah.
There's a little pressure there, too, because he had a big date that night, and he wanted me to make sure that everything looked good.
Wow.
Yeah. He's a big guy, too. I didn't want him to hurt me.
Yeah, he's large. Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Foul ball. Man on second, 2 down. Correa. Over to first. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Back here in Baltimore. Ready now for the 5th inning. Now at the plate, Ty France. Povich back to work. Check swing, called strike.
Well, these Twins, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
The throw in. The tag, and they cut him down, going for 2. This is Willie Castro. New arm out of the bullpen, Colin Selby. He's into the game with the bases empty. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. And there's a foul ball.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
That one to first, O'Hearn. And he takes it himself for the out. So 2 down now, and here is Byron Buxton. And that's a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Now Correa up to hit on the ground to third. And that is that. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the left fielder, Colton Cowser. Base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. So next to hit for Baltimore, Heston Kjerstad. Grounded out his first time. Going back. This one's going to carry, and it's gone! A laser to left. It's 9-2. Here's the second baseman, Jackson Holliday. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And first offering is fouled off. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. And there's one down. So the batting order turns over. Here's the Orioles' leadoff hitter, Cedric Mullins. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
No ball.
Still only 1 out here in the inning.
That's foul.
See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today. 2 outs, base is empty. Now here is Adley Rutschman. 0 for 2 in this one. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in. Last half of inning number 5. Fly ball down the line. Castro, long run. Won't get to this one. It drops foul. 2 down, nobody on. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Boog, it looks like somebody missed the swing sign. That's the first pitch this team's taken for a ball all game long.
And that ends the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the top of the 6th. And now for the Twins, Royce Lewis. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1. And a big swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
That one hit to right. O'Neill getting an angle on it. And out number 1 on the grab. Now the Minnesota cleanup hitter, Ryan Jeffers. That's in there. It's 0-1. 1 out, bases empty. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. And there's 2 down.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Wall at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. Fought off foul. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Swing, and he breaks his bat. Slings to first. That ends the frame. And we're back. Bottom of the 6th inning. And into the box for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson. Swing and a miss.
0 balls, 1 strike.
Correa on the move. Corrals it. And there's 1 down. Here's Tyler O'Neill.
That's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
And first offering is fouled off. 1 down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging. 2 down, base is empty. Ryan O'Hearn getting ready to hit. And that's a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Wastes no time there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
2 consecutive base hits for the these guys here. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
And that's in the dirt. That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
Well, that ball was hit pretty hard and sure had home run distance, but if you're the pitcher out there on the mound, you execute it. Just a long strike. You go after him and finish him off.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Up with it, fires to first. And it's in time for the third out, so that'll end the inning. All set for the start of the inning. And now for the Twins, Harrison Bader. There's a swing and a drive. And in one hops the wall. Throws to second, and that's a leadoff double.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
And first offering is fouled off. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the top half of inning number 7. In there at the knees, and it's 0-2.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Foul ball, still 0-2.
One ball, 2 strikes.
In the dirt. No outs. Runner on second. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And it hits the fence. They extend their lead as the runner scores from second. Not in time. He's safe.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
Man at second. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out. Willie Castro. The next Twin up to hit. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1.
It's 0-1.
Fastball is outside.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
That's in there, and the count is even, 2-2.
Well, in this situation with a runner on first, less than 2 outs, some say, hey, get the ground ball, double play.
Swing and a base hit. In to score is the runner from third, and it's an RBI single, and they now lead by 9.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there.
Luis Gonzalez gets the call from the pen.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Off the plate inside, and it's 2-0.
2-0 count. You really don't want to give in here. You've got to work the edges, really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
That one outside.
3-0.
And now 3-0. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
And a foul ball. France, the lead runner at second. Castro on at first with nobody out. And that one hammered. And that's a foul ball.
No, good solid contact right there. Just a bit out in front of that fastball. Got to try to stay on that backside just a little bit longer and see if you can do some damage.
Here's Holiday for one. And that's all they'll get.
Good two-seam action right there, running away from the batter, rolled over it, got the ground out.
Here's Carlos Correa. He's already homered in this game. Base hit and a run comes in. To second and he's out. So digging in, Royce Lewis. That's inside.
1-0.
Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Mullins in pursuit. Squeezes it, and that is that. Back now at Oriole Park, set for the last half of the seventh. Now it's the DH, Heston Kjerstad. Lewis whips it to first. One up, one down. Jackson Holliday now at the plate. He is singled and he is flied to left. Whips it to first on the run. And he gets him. Nicely done. 2 outs, base is empty. Now a chance for Cedric Mullins.